Maki grabs Maki by the throat. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Centunling. Dave? Where in the world is Dave? United States Aviator, welcome back to the first Season 8 preseason episode of Danganronpa Hunger Games. It's squad anniversary week, and we're celebrating.
Danganronpa.
Now, finally, in the Hunger Games simulator. And this time, we got every member of the squad, and I said, you know what, go ahead and invite 2 people, why don't you? I said, we're just gonna have a nice little celebration, one of those toasts, one of those fancy toasts. And I told them to, you can invite 2 people. 2 people. Which 2 people do they invite? Let's find out. In District 1, we have myself, and I invited Gundam, and I invited Chisa. Because, you know, I talked to Chisa, we talked, you know what, don't forget, she's had a week with the squad. District 2, we've had Genocide Jack, Toko, and Komaru. District 3, we have Junko, Mukuro, and Monica. District 4, we have Celeste, who invited her tag team partner, Teru, maybe still, maybe not still, I don't know yet. And we have Kyoko, who Celeste has even said, you two, we have a little something in common, not too different. District 5, we have Pennyworth, and Togami, and Karumi. They've even all teamed together before. District 6, we have Maki, Kaito, and Shuichi, the trio. The trio. District 7, we have Nekomaru, Akane, and Kazuichi. Because Nekomaru and Kazuichi, you know what they did. Tied up some good old Nagito, and speaking of that man's, we have Kokichi, Nagito, and Gonto. And lastly, alright, who let this happen? Who let them slide in? It's freaking Sayaka. And I guess she brought along with her Makoto, and she recruited one of her old tag team partners, Haruka, and how did they get in? Who let them in is the real question. Make your picks. I don't like this because, I'll be frank, it has been squad celebration week, squad anniversary week. But Sayaka's teams have been doing pretty good in terms of this week, which is ill-fitting. But that's RNG for you. Let's hope it doesn't happen today, because first and second place, if they're not already in the finale, the Season 8 premiere, will be going on to that Champion of Champions episode. And in that episode, we still have Munakata, Chiaki, Sonya, Yuta, Gundam, Komaru, Hiro, Chihiro, Nekomaru, Celeste, Rantaro, and the still the Danganronpa Hunger Games Champion of Champions Monophony, which shocked the system, shocked some of you guys, like you, and you, and you. But I got plans for that, I really do, and I'm kind of glad that it happened, and I'm glad that it happened in the way that it happened, because I've been story building in my head. But you know what it's time for. Let's go ahead. Let's do it. We gotta roll the die, we gotta get resimulates in here, so. Oh! Buddy? Glad you're here. Let's file up there. I'm not too upset about that. That's A-okay. And instead we'll rock with this. Wait, it's supposed to, you're supposed to come up from, we can't have nice things, you know how this goes, I pull you up, I don't pull up my empty hands and you fall down. It's physics, man, it's physics. I know physics classes can be confusing, but this is basics, that's gravity. Okay, that's fine. We'll live. Not gonna question it, because that is not the strangest thing that has happened this season. You guys really are begging for a Dice Cat compilation. You'll get one. Soon. I promise, just not this week, because squad anniversary week took took up a lot of time, I won't lie. But we are going just twice. So what will unfold when we resimulate? Not one time. Not, well actually it is exactly, not 2 times. Yes, not 2 times. In fact, it is 2 times that we're resimulating. I hope you're prepared for some squadish antics. Is there any more housekeeping that I need to do? Talked about preseason, not relieved, not telling you about the gimmick yet. OC entries will start the week that the OC Agent of Chaos episode happens, because then I can be like, hey, and if you go down here now, you can go and do this and that and that. And that's just a good start for all of that. Yeah, there's nothing that I need to say this week. Next week is when I start saying things. So we're just having a good time today, and of course for Squad Celebration Week, ladies and gentlemen, the tributes are on their podiums. And if we could, everyone over there, if you could please, sound the horns! Fantastic. As the tributes sound on their podiums, the horns did sound, and I'm so proud of them. They sounded so good. Nakamura runs away from the cornucopia. Karumi smashes Shuichi across the face with a brick. Shuichi shrugs off the blow. I have already killed Celeste at the start. Why did I do that? I know it's hard to be at 2 places at the same time, so I must have taken her out beforehand. But why? You know what? My bad. I did it to Togami, I'm gonna have to do it to myself. You're disqualified. That's just how it is, you know? That sucks. I won't be going to the premiere. Maki grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Teru finds a bag full of explosives. Nagito runs away from the cornucopia. Chisa runs away as well. Kokichi and Pennyworth fight for a bag. Kokichi strangles Pennyworth with the straps and runs. It's really just been a bunch of squad-on-squad violence, and I don't know how I feel about that. Toko grabs a backpack of camping equipment. Nice! Sayaka, Komaru, Kaito, and Ruka share everything that they gathered before hunting. Komaru, you've really been buddy-buddy with Sayaka this week. I'll have to remember that. Monica can't remember who they are. Jack tries to help her remember. Kyoko strangles Akane after engaging in a fistfight. Gundam finds a kazoo in the cornucopia and attempts to play tremendously, but instead fails tremendously. Mukuro runs away from the cornucopia. Gonta snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Togami runs away from the cornucopia. Makoto enters a phone booth to make a call. Then the booth starts to rumble violently and launches into space. Well, that wasn't very lucky. You should have used the booth on the left. Everyone knows the booth on the right is the one that launched you into space. That's basic physics. Junko gathers as much food as she can, and Kazuichi runs away from the cornucopia and will keep going. To day 1. Ruruka stabs Monica with a sword, revives her with the wish ring, and repeatedly does the process until the wish ring burns their hand off. Monica runs away. Oh my goodness. So we have one-handed Ruruka and Monica, who's been slayed many a times. Genocide Jack, Kyoko, Karumi, and Junko play cards. Mukuro uses her secret technique, running away. Chisa smacks the taste out of Komaru's mouth. I get that. She's been wildin' today. Teru breaks down and starts weeping for an unknown reason. Gundam tries to console him. Now, unfortunately, we've heard this music a lot this week. Kazuichi, Kokichi, Sayaka, Shuichi, Nekomaru, and Toko are forced to play the majority game. Toko has received the most votes, but unfortunately for the others, she was the sacrifice. And via sacrifice rules, if you are the sacrifice and you have the majority of the vote, you survive and everyone else gets executed except for one person of your choice. She chooses Nekomaru not to be executed. You know what, Toko? You're like a half member of the squad. I've always considered her more like the secretary of the squad. I respect that. In fact, I might even say that majority vote was absolutely glorious. You love to see it. However, we gotta keep going. Nagito uses their special attack on Togami, the Mega Destruction Ball of Darkness and Destruction. It did no damage. Maki makes a slingshot. Kaito finds Shuichi's hat and puts it on. Was it Shuichi's was it the hat on his dead body because he just perished? Kaito, you gotta do better than that. Although you could get your first win today, don't forget about that. As Gonta catches the spare disease and starts posing dramatically. He's doing some big buff poses, and I love to see it. We'll proceed. We lost. 9. That is 1/3 of the competitors. We are down to 18, which means after this Claire de Lune 4, myself, Celeste, Pennyworth, Akane, Makoto, Kazuichi, Kokichi, freaking Sayaka, Shuichi. It's nice to see, though, that Sayaka's not winning this one, and she's only got one member left on her team. Ruka's not gonna win this. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week. Unless she does, because Ruka sometimes pops off. We'll see everybody's statuses, though. Which of these mini squads is still doing fantastic? District 2 and District 3 are completely in. I'd feel more bad about taking out Celeste, except she's already in the premiere, so it's like, that's fine. District 5 still has 2, District 6 completely in. District 7 is doing the worst. They only have squad member Nekomaru. District 8 has lost their squad member, and District 9 also, I guess, technically doing the worst. Ruka is the sole person alive there. We have 18 remaining out of our cast of 27. So instead of dillying and dallying, I think we have to do the opposite of dillying and dallying, and that's not dillying and not dallying. Let's go. 18 more. 8 until your saving grace picks. But until then, we gotta go on. It is still squad anniversary week. Hopefully a member of the squad either gets first or second. Will that happen? I don't know. But Junko develops an irrational fear of Kaito after having a nightmare about him. A nightmare about Kaito? I don't know if I can see that happening. Can't say I can see that happening. Jack receives a hat from an unsponsor. Mukuro steals Maki's first kiss. Teru shouts from afar. Is that a JoJo reference? I kind of believe that, actually. Not that it's a JoJo reference. I believe that too, technically. But I believe that could have been Maki's first kiss. She's always so cold and unapproachable. But so is Mukuro. Maybe they'll be good together. Monica fends Kurumi, Kyoko, and Komaru away from her fire. Nagito accidentally burns down Avi's wares and despairs. Was it an accident? You said it was an accident. I understand. I understand that. Glorious! I bet you're wondering, why is that glorious? Because of one little word. Insurance! You love to see it. Thank you, Nagito, my boy. I had Nagito insurance from day one. I knew that one day he would burn down Avi's wares in despair, so I said, I need Nagito insurance. Boom! Came in handy. Oh, y'all, make sure you get your Nagito insurance. Never know when that boy's bad luck / good luck is gonna strike. Togami and Toko settle their dispute over an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Who won? Who lost? I don't know. Hopefully Togami won. Hopefully Toko won. Let me stop. I like Toko. I keep forgetting. I was like, oh, right. This is, in that picture right there, that's Ultra Despair Girls Toko. So you know I pop off for Ultra Despair Girls Toko. Nekomaru and Gonta are trapped in a box for the night, so they decide to use their imaginations to liven things up. Chisa has no weaknesses, and Gundam and Ruruka sleep in shifts. We'll proceed now to day 2. Genocide Jack, Junko, and Maki, squad girls right there. Rampage, chased by a rampaging Teru. Gundam begs for Kaito to kill him. He refuses, keeping Gundam alive. Kyoko sets up an ice cream stand. Toko joins as Kyoko's faithful assistant. Monica buys AV merchandise from AV's wares and despairs. We already got it rebuilt. You wanna know why? That Nagito insurance comes in clutch. Oh, it does. Nagito takes a sip of tea, but the scalding hot liquid proves too much from him. He spits it into Komaru's face. She's gonna have to doctor's bill. She's gonna have to pay it off herself because she doesn't have Nagito insurance. Foolish. Mukuro plays chess with death and wins, Kurumi constructs a shack, Nekomaru plants some trees, Togami diverts Ruka's attention and runs away. Gonta is trapped in a box with a small device that can release a deadly poison every hour. Is he dead? Is he alive? We can only find out if we click proceed. And we will, after Shisa theorizes how best to counteract my jinxing. Did I make picks today? I don't think I made any picks today. Nobody's jinxed right now. Unless I made picks and forgot all about them. We'll keep going. In fact, I think it's time for a Claire de Lune, isn't it? Nobody died either. I guess we'll just keep going. That's nutty. It is night 2. Kyoko loves Gundam as much as Maki loves Kaito. That's a whole lot of love. Huh. Mukuro hits Junko with some sweet celebratory sweet chin music, and let me tell you, sweet chin music is that's a game winner if I've ever seen one. You can ask the person in the next event, Komaru. As Maki asks her to help her go to sleep, Komaru, instead of using sweet chin music, instead she becomes the voice of the voiceless as she lifts Maki onto her shoulders before dropping Maki's head onto her knee. Maki is out cold, Maki has gone to sleep. Ruka confesses her love for Teruteru. Teruteru lovingly embraces her, accepting the confession. Monica misses their planned meeting with Genocide Jack and now has a sad feeling in her chest. Chisa steals Toko's first kiss. Nekomaru destroys Kurumi's supplies while she's asleep. Togami grabs a kitchen knife, hopefully it's for self-defense. Nagito, Gonta, and Kaito sleep in shifts. Another very peaceful day. Night, rather. And this is a day. Togami sleeps the entire day away from everyone else. Avi forces Junko to work at Avi's Wares and despairs. You owe me, Junko, for something. I don't know what you owe me for, but you know what? You do. As a cashier, after it becomes understaffed because, you know, it's a pretty deadly place, pretty deadly supermarket, Maki and Komaru think this is an opportunity to score free food from her. Well, Maki is a member of the squad, and Komaru, I don't know, she's questionable right now. She's not a member of the squad, she may never be. I know she's a psyker. Can't let that in, can't let that happen. Ruruka makes a poem for Mukuro. Nagito commits Sora. Nothing happened. Toko does Toko things. Nekomaru stares up the ominous mountain towering in the center of the arena. Has that always been there? You will find out very soon. Very, very soon. Very, 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 very soon. I know I've said that for a long time, but very soon. Kaito eats dirt. Delicious. Monika's ready for the year of the Chisa. Teruteru wants a nickname similar to sharpshooting, steel-minded big sister Sarah. Gonta, Gundam, Genocide Jack, and Kurumi join the Chad Septic Eye cult, and Kyoko is not funny. She's never been funny, and she never will be funny. I guess she doesn't have the biggest of funny bones. She's a pretty serious character. I don't know if we lost anyone, and never mind. Me, I don't know if we've lost anyone again. Simulator arena event. In fact, they're visiting the late Celeste holiday mansion because Celeste has perished. To celebrate the spring holidays, Kaito dies of very green alcohol poisoning. Nekomaru playfully throws an egg at the back of Maki's head. Maki didn't find it so funny and beats him to death with an Easter basket. This squad-on-squad violence, I can't say I love it. Komaru also dies of very green alcohol poisoning. Kurumi and Gonta paint some eggs together. Junko dares Monica to eat a whole egg in one bite. Monica chickens out. Toko searches tirelessly for the Easter Bunny who still owes her $5. Genocide Jack playfully throws an egg at the back of Chisa's head. Chisa didn't find it so funny and beats her to death with an Easter basket. Teruteru takes a shamrock and places it in his hair. That does a pretty good look for him. Ruka dares Togami to eat an egg in one bite. Togami chokes to death, but at least he wasn't a coward. He was no chicken! Mukuro and Kyoko drink a bit too much green ale and pass out. Gundam eats too many Dave-shaped marshmallows and dies from a sugar overdose. Rest in peace to the sweet boy. And Nagito takes a shamrock and places it in his hair. We lost. Instead, 6. And they were all from the arena event. And they will all get a nice little Claire de Lune 4. Kaito. Nekomaru. Komaru. Genocide Jack. Togami. Gundam. And as we see everybody's statuses, we are down to, what, we just lost 6? 12? We're down to 12, just a dozen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What am I doing? There is an easier way to do this. We can just search alive, and we are indeed down to 12. It doesn't remain. They are Chisa, Toko, the entirety of District 3, which is probably a curse, Junko, Mukuro, and Monica. District 4 is Teruteru and Kyoko, Kurumi, Maki, Nagito, Gonta, and Ruruka. Most of these people are not in the finale. In fact, I think... Are any of you? Not the finale, the premiere. I don't think any of you are. Teruteru, Maki is surely not, neither is Kurumi. I don't think any of you three either. Yeah, this is a game for who wants to go right now. First and second is just completely clear. In that case, let's stop this and let's proceed. 2 mornings we were saving race picks. We had a day with nothing. We might get another one of those. And it was almost another day with nothing as well. Until the arena event happened, we'll proceed to night 3. Kyoko bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Junko sings a romantic song to Mukuro. How sweet. Don't trust her, Mukuro. She's trying to get on your good side. Ruruka tells Teruteru, "This is great. It's just you, me, and this brick wall that you built between us." Nagito throws a party to shelter and invites Kurumi, Toko, and Maki. The party turns sour when they all start arguing over what song should be blasting through the speakers. Gonta gets killed, but replaced by a realistic doll made in his image. We allow that. We don't allow, clones. No cloning. That's against the rules. But dolls, that's fine. Chisa fell out of the world. Rest in peace to her. Monica dies trying to escape the arena. You should have known better. We were within your final 10. How far will we go? I don't know, but we have the feast now. So we will go pretty far, actually. Because the cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes families. Nagito decides not to go to the feast. Junko, Ruruka, and Mukuro unsuccessfully ambush Toko, Maki, and Gonta. And Teruteru kills Kurumi with her own weapon. We are down to 5. Within the blink of an eye, we are down to 5. Those 5 are Nagito, Toko, Maki, Gonta, and Teruteru. 3 of them will perish, 2 of them will go to the Season 8 premiere to fight for Monophanie's championship, but we still have a day to get through. And that day has Nagito receiving an explosive from an unknown sponsor. I remember one of my very first exclamations from this series was simply, "Why do we keep giving Nagito explosives?" And to this day, it still flabbergasts me. Teruteru hangs up mistletoe in the arena, which I'm going to, one time and one time only, I'm going to allow it. Because Teruteru and Celeste are the holiday heralds. They're still making my list. Toko is tied down to a table and forced to listen to Maki's monologue about herself. Toko dies of boredom. Gonta steps on a Lego brick wall barefoot and shrugs off the pain, which means now we're down to your final 4. But as we proceed, we still gotta give a yes, okay, cool. We still have to give a Claire de Lune for Kyoko, Chisa, Monica, Junko, Ruruka, Mukuro, Kurumi, Toko. And that's how the simulator goes. Sometimes you're like, oh, nothing happened. And then sometimes you're like, oh, well, 8 people have perished. We can see everybody's statuses. There's just 4 left. Maki has 5 KOs. She wants to at least get second. We have Teruteru, we have Nagito, and we have Gonta. But I think we need to take this moment and to finally say, Sayaka's group didn't win. You love to see that. It took so long. All week for the most part. And by that I mean there were two episodes where Sayaka was in and her group did better than the squad, but today, we came out on top. If we're keeping a scoreboard, it's 2 her, but it's 1 us, because we won. And that's the most important thing, because this means something for the season, and more importantly, you might need some more picks. You picked first, second, and third, even though I think I might not have told you to do so. If you didn't, get into the comments and pick first, second, and third. Right, in fact, rewind right now if you didn't make a comment. Go back to the part before I would click proceed. You pick 3 people. And if you have done that and now you are back, hello. Thank you for doing that. I don't know why you did it. I think that's a little bit insane that you have done that, but I appreciate that. Bottom of my heart. If you didn't, then still get ready to make a comment, because now it's time to make your saving grace. there are 4 left, and they are Teru Teru, Maki, Nagito, and Gonta. As of this moment in time, Maki is the only member of the squad still standing. Can she come out on top? Maki has had a rough time during every single game that we simulated during squad anniversary week. Can she turn that around today? Teru Teru was coming clutch for Celeste so many times. Is he going to show up in the premiere to ensure that he can be her bodyguard on the way to the title? Could it be Nagito, a former tag team champion? Could he be your next champion of champions? And Gonta, who hasn't won a game in many moons. Could today be the day for him? I don't know, but pick first, second, and third in the comments. If you already made a comment, go ahead and edit your comment, or reply to that comment, or if YouTube is eating your comments, go ahead and reply to mine. Because we gotta make sure that these saving grace picks are known. I'm gonna make some I'm not gonna make any picks. None. This time, today, it is squad anniversary week and I'm not jinxing a soul. Until tomorrow, because I don't think that's a squad-centric episode. But today, not jinxing a soul. Let's go ahead. You see those final 4. In fact, nope, not jinxing a soul. I was gonna say, make my saving grace picks for me in the comments. Put your saving grace picks and then put AV's saving grace picks, and you pick 3 for me in the order in which you think that I would pick them. That way it's your fault if they get jinxed, not mine. Yours. Yes. Yes, you. But we're skipping Samurai Woman because Teru Teru, Maki, Nagito, and Gonta are all caught in what we like to call a crisis of fate. 4 folk, only 2 will go to the premiere. Who will they be? Let's find out. Let's proceed, and we will see. Gonta confesses his love for Teru Teru. Teru Teru lovingly embraces him, accepting the confession. Teru Teru, you Casanova. That is the second confession you have accepted. But I guess your first one perished, so I can't hold it against you too much. You moved on rather quickly. Nagito sees a fire but stays hidden, and Maki finally finishes her novel. I wonder what it's about. I don't know. Uh-oh. Here we go. Maki challenges Teru Teru and Gonta to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Teru Teru eats the most pancakes and obtains entry to the World Pancake Championship Invitational. When will that be? It'll be when 24 people receive an invitation. Yes. Yes, that much I will say. That much I will say. Sooner or later we're going to have a World Pancake Championship match. And it will happen. And it will be glorious. Nagito isn't crying, he's sweating from his eyes. Nobody's perished again, so we can keep on keeping on. And as we do so, Nagito, Maki, and Gonta sit around the campfire and sing the campfire song. Teru Teru is plagued by a reoccurring nightmare. We'll proceed to day 6. Maki commits Sora. Maki, do something. Gonta sees a completely pale Teru Teru washed ashore. Gonta revives him with CPR. But doesn't stop when Teru Teru regains consciousness. You're really playing that up, aren't you? You two fell in love and now you're macking on the shore. Togami berates Nagito for hours. Nagito thinks he and Togami actually grew closer that day. I can't say that that's true, but you know what? We'll keep on going. Nobody perished again. We'll proceed once more. Teru Teru berates Maki for not protecting him better. I'm shocked. Oh! Gonta wakes up from a nightmare where he's falling to death, only to realize he's falling to death in real life too, after Nagito throws his bed off of a cliff and throws his chances for this episode of going to the singles premiere off of a cliff as well. That cliff is cursed, but we are down to your final 3. Will we go down to your final 2 right now? No, because Nagito fishes, Teru Teru investigates the school grounds looking for clues, and Maki's still alive, so no, we only lost the 1. And unfortunately, that 1, it is indeed a terrible turnabout for him, the bug boy himself. Gonta. Which means it is between Nagito, Teru Teru, and Maki. One of them will win. Another will go to the premiere as well, and the third place person will not. So let's see everybody's statuses. It is Maki with 5 KOs, Teru with 1, and now Nagito with 1, but they are still caught in what we like to call a crisis of fate. Are you ready? Let's go on. Let's proceed to see. Maki grabs Maki by the throat. Teru discovers the mastermind is killed for. The dust is made to look like an accident, which means it will be Maki and Nagito going on to the Season 8 premiere. In fact, I will jot down their names in just a second. But first, I want to know what order I'm jotting them down, because we have to get a winner. And I have to ask you guys who that winner will be. Will it be Maki or Nagito? Maki, who's had a rough week this week in terms of simulations, finally gets a little bit of justice her way. She doesn't win yet. She might win. But more importantly, no matter what happens, she will be fighting for the title. Maki gets her retribution. But will she get the win today? Or will it be Nagito, who's been quiet for quite some time, if we're being completely honest? Hasn't done particularly well anytime in the past season. Or two, really. Could today change that? Could today be his day? I don't know. We're starting off preseason with either a Maki victory or a Nagito victory. Will it be Maki or will it be Nagito? Maki, Nagito. Let's see as we click proceed that Maki sets up an ice cream shack. Nagito comes and buys some. It was awful. Nagito burns the shack down, killing Maki. Hopefully she had Nagito insurance. We've come full circle with Nagito insurance. Was that one an accident, Nagito? Was that one an accident too? I don't know. But what I do know is, after this terrible turnabout 4, Teru, Maki. We can see with certainty, as we see everybody's statuses, only one man remains. And that man is the first winner of Preseason 8. Your winner, representing Kokichi of the squad in District 8. He took out Gonta, his own district partner, but you know, to each their own. He wanted to be number 1 by himself, and he did do that. Today is his day. To the Season 8 premiere he goes. Nagito takes the win. Well, love him or hate him, he did it. He got there. Congratulations. And I'm gonna put his name down right now. In fact, we'll proceed and see everybody's statuses, and I'm gonna put his name down right now. That is Nagito. And right behind him is Maki on this little notepad of people who are in the premiere. Nagito and Maki join the fray. 2 more will join them as well tomorrow. But Nagito came in first, Maki in second with 5 KOs. Maybe it was just some anger building from all of the times that she got shafted this week during squad anniversary week. Hopefully she won't get shafted anymore. Teru in third, Gonta in fourth, Toko in fifth, Karumi in 6th place, Mukuro in 7th, Haruka in 8th, Junko in 9th, and Monaco rounding up your top 10. As we scroll down, we see me in last because I tried to pull a Togami and I wasn't gonna let myself slide, so I had to take me out as well. In fairness. It's all about fairness. That's how we go. That's how we do it. Congratulations to Nagito. He hasn't won one in a hot second. He's had a fantastic season like, what, a year and a half ago, but this time, he's been kind of quiet since then. He's got another one under his belt. There's no bracket to pull up because we just have the list. We just have the list. Nagito and Maki, you just made the list of people who are going to the Season 8 premiere to fight for Monophanie's Champion of Champions title. and we'll see what's up. It all started with me taking out Celeste before the horn sounded, and well, he's, you know, disqualified. You know that happened. And Nagito burns down not only Avi's Wares and Despairs, but Maki Donald's and her ice cream to win this game. But luckily, me and Maki, tag team partners, cashed in on our insurance. We had Nagito insurance. I slid her a piece of paper. I was like, make sure you get some of this before the end of the game. She called her insurance provider. She got Nagito insurance. She'll be okay. She'll be okay. We'll proceed. Once again, Maki with 5 POs, going to a 3. Toko with 3. Nagito with 2. Everyone else with 1 or less. That is how we're ending. We're not ending Squad Celebration Week. I have probably 1, maybe 2 more videos for Squad Celebration Week, but tomorrow, it's still just preseason action. I know next week, we're playing around with some people from another dimension. Who will they be? I don't know, but it'll be a fun time. Tomorrow's still gonna be some some shenanigans, some preseason shenanigans, but it's mostly Danganronpa focused. We will go on to back to the reaping, I guess, because we're done. We don't need to delay and dally on this episode anymore. Dave's back. Toon Link's back. I'm back for season 8. OC submissions will open once the week of or I guess the weekend rather of Agent of Chaos episode. So that is this Sunday. 2 weeks from this coming Sunday will be the OC Agent of Chaos episode. Yes. So, stay classy. Year of the Ascent. Toon Link Day, United States Aviator taking off until tomorrow. Toodaloo, flight crew. Thanks for watching.